Stevie Ray, it's great to see you. Obviously, you guys agreed for this bout through Twitter. Seems to be a lot of respect between you and Paul Felder. Why was it Paul specifically that you wanted to fight?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't specifically wanting to fight anyone. Just there's a few fans on Twitter that were saying they would like to see me versus Felder. I think he replied saying he would be up for it when it comes to Glasgow, and me being me, I was up for the fight as well. And then, I'm not sure if it went through management and stuff, but Shelby asked, you want the fight, and of course I came off the Lausanne fight, I wasn't too banged up. A couple of weeks off to chill out, and then just back to it.
And how do you see your styles matching up?
Stylistically good. A lot of people believe it could be fight of the night, which is always good, an extra 50 Gs. He's predominantly a striker. He likes to come and bang. I feel like my style sits well for stuff like that. Looking at, when the fight was on the feet with Lausanne and Pearson, quite similar.
So I'd say as well, it's not been that long, obviously, since you did fight. You're coming off two great wins against veterans, Joe Lausanne and also Ross Pearson. Why was it you were so keen to just get straight back in there rather than rest and, wait for a higher ranked opponent?
Just because it's Scotland. It wouldn't be the same if I wasn't, if I was here as a fan and watching it, I'd be gutted watching it. And that being said, I feel like I've been on fight camp since February, so because obviously I was on fight camp for the Lausanne fight. I had maybe a week or 2 weeks off, and then straight back to it. So I'm not gonna lie, saying I'm not looking forward to a pizza and chilling out time after the fight, but that was it. Just because it's coming to Scotland, and I've got to be a part of that.
Stevie, what's your current contract situation with the UFC?
This is my last fight in the contract, so kind of speaking with my management and stuff, and they actually said that they weren't going to renegotiate before the end of the fight yet, so we just thought you fight out your contract, but then I think they made an offer, but we felt that maybe I should have been on a little bit more money, but coming off wins over Pearson and Lausanne. And then basically just speaking back and forth to Shelby, and he says we kind of asked for what we were looking for, and he says, right, well, get past this next fight, then we'll talk that.
So this is a bit of a roll of the dice from you, and we've seen some other fighters do this too, where they go to the final fight hoping to get a win, so you kind of have a bit of leverage coming off in your case, it'll be a 3-fight win streak, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's kind of like the same as deal or no deal. You've got the option, take the deal. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Obviously, I'm confident in my ability to get the win. I believe I'll still get a pretty good contract, even if I did end up losing. But I'm going to get a much better contract getting the win. Like you said, I'll be on a 3-fight win streak. I'll have just beat Felder, Lausanne, and Pearson all in a row. 6-1 in the UFC. A big part of UFC Glasgow twice. I've took short notice fights, so it's just about me putting all that on the table and saying, then I get your hand in your pocket and get the money out.
Is the ideal situation for you to re-sign with the UFC, or would you be looking to explore the free agency market just to see what other offers you may be able to get out there?
Yeah, ideally I want to stay with the UFC. I'm not really testing free agency to go anywhere else. It's more just, I believed I should have been on a little bit more money. I've kind of been under the radar, I feel. There's not a lot of guys out there that's 5-1 in the UFC, and coming over wins, like I said, Pearson was on, I just felt like I should have been on a little bit more money, and they obviously got paid way more than me as well. They've been in the UFC and deserved that and stuff, but there becomes a time where if you're beating guys that are getting paid way more for losing against you, then you kind of want want to get that payday as well. So yeah, just ideally get the win, get the contract I want. But that being said, obviously if some other company came and said, well, we'll pay you double or whatever, then you can maybe have to go where the money is. I'll just see what happens. But my options are obviously open.
Is there a reason why you think you have been flying under the radar? You haven't had the profile that perhaps other fighters do?
Maybe just because I didn't talk much shit, basically. I try and stay respectful, I try and stay humble, defeat or victory. And yeah, like, it's not really in me to go and talk, and unless they're talking rubbish about me, then they'll maybe see that side of me, because that is in me, where, you know, if somebody's giving me crap, then they'll get it back. But yeah, I mean, this fight with Felder, we're both we know the script. Like, I was speaking to him earlier in the lift, seen him in the gym, just kind of speaking to him like he's another guy. That being said, Sunday night we're going to kick the shit out of each other and put on a show for the fans. But yeah, it's just a fight at the end of the day. I'm sure at the end of it we'll share a pizza together and a beer maybe.
You see the way that Conor's just now, he's over in the States, he's talked himself into a £75 million payday. I mean, when you see somebody and they're able to talk their way into that sort of level of paydays, does that make you reconsider your approach and perhaps doing that more verbal style?
Definitely. I mean, I wish obviously I had the talk like that, but you've either got it or you've not. And I feel like if you've not got it and you try and fake it, you'll get seen out. And there's a few fighters that I think have done it. It just ends up cringy and horrible. I mean, Conor's obviously got it. It just comes, but yeah, I'd rather just stay who I am, be humble, and the other way to look at it is when you are a bit cocky and stuff, and you got a lot of people that like it, but you also got a lot of haters as well. Whereas I feel the humble approach kind of, you got more people that like you rather than hate you. And if it doesn't work out, like when you seen Paul Craig's doing it a bit, he was kind of calling out John Jones and said he wanted Shogun and being a bit of that attitude, and it was cool and it looked good and it was probably doing him favours, but and then he got knocked the hell out, and then he's getting so much shit for it. So when you get beat, it doesn't work out.
Have you watched any of the Mayweather-McGregor press conferences yet?
I've just chilling last night watching it. I watched the first one as well.
What do you think?
Something to do, I suppose, when you're cutting a bit in a hotel, waiting for the weigh-ins. Yeah, it gives you something to do. It's pretty cool. I mean, like I said, something to do, something to watch. I seen the one last night. I think McGregor's already starting to get in Mayweather's head, just with the weight, and I didn't think Mayweather liked the way that the crowd was yesterday off for McGregor, and he looked silly a few times as well when he was trying to do the whole hard work, getting the crowd to shout back, and nobody was really shouting anything. So
Mayweather actually reacted to that. Obviously, you say it seemed to have gotten to him, and then he did turn around and say, I can fight you in the Octagon. And McGregor obviously was laughing at that. What were your thoughts on that when he said, I could fight in the Octagon as well?
Yeah, that's just obviously talk and saying that. I mean, if he would fight in the Octagon, then why the boxing? Why they not doing full fighting, which is Octagon basically, or as close to a real fight in the street it would be. Because obviously, if it was a real fight in the street, then the MMA person's going to win, more than likely. But nah, he's not going to be doing that. He's just saying that.
Obviously, going back to yourself, you did have a little bit of Twitter beef with Mark Diakiese. Is that a fight you'd be interested in the future? If obviously you're doing, he's now coming off a loss, but would you be interested in that fight?
I mean, maybe down the line, but the way I'm looking at it is he's not on my level. Look at the guys he's fought. Look at the guys I've fought. He just got beat, so he's coming off a loss against a guy that he thought he was playing the safe road, not taking the Felder fight and away fighting that guy, and then he got beat and stuff. And You know, I believe that was going to happen as soon as he got a kind of durable, tough fighter, because he's one of those guys that looks a lot better than he is. He's got holes in his game. His fight IQ for that fight, I believe he could have won that fight if he would just fought smarter. But obviously he's not got the highest fight IQ. He's doing some stuff that cost him like minutes of the fight. He'd been on his back and like 8 leg kicks and got put on his back. So you never know. Maybe eventually, but yeah, I'd be confident that I'd put him away early.
Thank you very much.